welcome to Wednesday morning's rather lovely live stroll. Well, it's hump day. That's the only good thing I can tell you about this morning at the minute, because as you might be able to hear, it is absolutely pouring with rain. And literally, it started raining as I was about to walk out the door. I had no warning of this rain coming in. Usually I've got the radars on, but none of the radars said about it. So quickly had to go back and get my rain jacket. Fortunately, living in England is never far away. Um, but yeah, I knew it was supposed to rain later. Is that a rat? It can't be, surely. I don't know what that was, Azra. Anyway, I always like to give you a weather report, guys. So to say it is 9 degrees, so it's not too cold. But what is not helping, I think we've got a northerly wind again, which is making it feel a bit colder. And also, it's not rain. So this is one of those strolls this morning. Come on. One of those strolls this morning that I could be doing without. Pouring with rain. As a dog walker, you have to come out in all weathers, and that's what we do. I could quite easily say to Azra, "No, we're not going out this morning," because I was at home when it started raining. But we wouldn't do. We wouldn't deprive Azra of our early morning strolls. But it is horrible, guys. This morning, I want you to know that it is horrible. So at least give a like and consider subscribing, because it ain't nice this morning at all. I fudged up what days I was going to be doing lives this week, didn't I? Obviously, as you may or may not know, guys, we're now only doing the lives Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays are, I say rest days. They're not really, because I'm gaining loads of content when I'm out and about, getting uploaded to the channel and stuff like that. So we're still very, very busy, just busy in a different way. Um, in fact, so busy yesterday that YouTube actually told me that I'd done my daily allowance of downloads. I couldn't believe it. I've never had that before in my life, but I am sort of well ahead now with my uploads. So I've just stopped. Obviously, had to stop because they've made me stop. But hopefully, that'll redo later on today, and then I can just get the rest of what I've got on, and then we'll be tickety boo. Good morning, Christina. How are you doing this morning? Thanks for your comment. Where are you watching from this morning? In fact, where's everybody watching from this morning? Hopefully, it's a lot drier and warmer than it is where I am. We are going to do the fields this morning, guys. I was very much up and down about that, especially when I heard the rain. But it's been so dry for so long A little bit of rain is not gonna have made it too bad. It did have quite a lot of rain yesterday afternoon, actually, but it ain't that bad. Time will tell what it'll be like when we get over there. Time will tell. Hi to Neil. Hi to Eric. Thanks. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. She loves all the attention, does Azra. This is what this channel's about. It's not about me. It's about her. Azra, 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 you cute dog. You're not really interested, are you, either way? You know you are. Even got the camera misting up already. It is horrible this morning, guys. It really is. Well, I'm just looking at that last comment and I was slightly confused as to how one can do said thing standing up and walking. So, slightly confusing. But in regards to what I'm doing, early morning stroll with Azra, hence the title. We do it 5 out of 7 times a week. So come along and enjoy it. Enjoy the stroll. I'm sure she'll go to the loo at some stage, but I certainly won't be. Come on, Azra. As the rain gets heavier again, guys. God, gotta love the English weather, haven't you? It was forecast though, guys, but for later on today. And we've got James's football presentation tonight. Middle of a field. Yeah. I can see that being wet weather jacket, big umbrella, because I've got to do a speech as well. Where is everybody watching from this morning? Are we all from the UK or are we further afield? What time is it where you are? So in a minute, guys, we will be hitting the fields. This is the sort of the way to get there. I'm sure some of you, if you're regulars, will know this anyway, but to newbies, it will be a very nice country stroll in about a minute. So very nice. Hopefully it's not going to be like a bog over there. I don't think it will be, as I've said to you. And I think we're absolutely fine. Because it's been so dry for a few weeks. The ground was like a rock. Really was. I remember that last match of the season over here, just over a week or so ago. And we all said the ground is like a rock. It's ready for the cricket season. I look a little bit like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man this morning because I had my hoodie on, then my gilet, and then I had to put my waterproof jacket on as well. So looking a little bit like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man this morning. I had no choice though. This rain came from nowhere. Come on, Azra. Right, she's going to the loo now, guys. A trusty bag. We've got the noisy geese over the other side. Right, wait, Azra. Try and sort your bag out. It's all together. Okay, let's do it. Right, onwards. So, yeah, the ground still feels so firm. Come on, Azra. Ground still feels so firm. But as I say, we had loads of rain yesterday. Just had that shower. It is seeming to be settling back down again now. Um, so whether we've seen the end of it for this morning, but it is supposed to from about 8 o'clock this morning until whenever tomorrow be raining constantly. So we'll see. Let's say it's in the next field where that little football presentation will be. Maybe we should suggest taking it to the pub. Would that be a great idea? Greetings from Argentina. Excellent. All good, yeah. So what time is it in Argentina at the minute? Obviously you said it's night time. What time is it? No, not, yeah, I mean, I thought sort of, you were only a few hours ahead of us where you are, but it turns out I suppose it depends where you are in Argentina, I guess. Let me know what time it is. Interested to know the old geography game. That's got me a bit confused actually. I'm usually pretty good with geography game. Can I speak a little Spanish? Now, if I had James with me, probably. Um, I don't really. Hola, hello, um, gracias. Obviously, is it benga benga? Quickly, quickly. I don't really know that many words in Spanish. I'm sorry. I know that probably feels like a failure, but just come back from Mallorca actually a few weeks ago. The vlog series is out there, and of course, Spanish being the number one language in a Spanish country. Oh, island, should I say? But no, I'm not going to say to you I speak much because I don't. The problem is with learning another language, it's the time. When you get to a certain age, any age, but as you get older, shall we say, your brain doesn't keep it in as much as it used to. I'm 46 this year, and I honestly don't think I could do that now. We did French and Spanish at school, but no, we did French at school. We didn't do Spanish. James did French and Spanish, my son. Um, no, it's a bit too late for that, I'm afraid. So apologies for that. The United States, well, we've got 2 trips there in the next year or so, and, oh, we've got the geese. We've got the geese up here. No, there's that's not a geese, it's a rabbit, and then we've got the crows as well. Yeah, we're going to the United States a couple of times over the next, couple of years, actually, and, we've been there, or I've been there a few times before, um, and I must say, when we're going to Orlando both times, so obviously there's a bit of excitement there because of what we're gonna be doing and stuff like that, but I really, really would like to do Route 66 or something like that. That is a little there's a few things on my bucket list that I'd really like to do travelling wise. There aren't many now, to be honest with you. I've been very, very lucky, been able to do a lot of stuff, but there's a few things on my bucket list that I can only say I would like to do, and then my life will be pretty complete, actually. As the rain starts to come down again. Come on, Ezra, let's go. Dog's name is Azra. Again, I always put a name in the title, Azra. She's a rescue dog, and it is a sort of Turkish, Azerbaijani name. Come on. Just bear with me, guys. Go on, Azra, lead on. Good girl. Yeah, and it means lucky, apparently. Now, some would say she was very lucky to be rescued, and obviously come to a loving home, but obviously unlucky because why would anyone treat a pet like that in the first place? She was found at the side of a road, dumped in a box, scared out of her jeebies. So yeah, a little bit sad. Right, we always say we don't get political on this channel, so I'm not going to get drawn into that particular conversation. What I will say is, I think some of what's done is good, some of what's done is bad, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go any further with that conversation because you can get drawn into a real conversation on anything political. I mean, look what's going on in the UK at the minute with our Prime Minister. May not be Prime Minister for very long, but whether you agree or whether you don't, it just leads to instability. Good morning to Dylan. How you doing? Where are you watching from this morning? Go on, Azra, lead on. It's very difficult sometimes, guys, looking at the comments whilst I'm walking with her. So if you see me stopping, you'll obviously know why. And there's been quite a bit of chit chat this morning, so I'm quite pleased I came out slightly early this morning because it's been quite an active morning actually for conversation. And it's good because it's making up for the fact we've got no sunrise this morning because it's so flipping cloudy and wet. My head and my hat and my outer jacket is absolutely soaked, guys. For now, it has stopped raining. Whether we'll have seen the end of it before the end of this stroll or the start of it again, who knows? Come on, Azra. She's trying to dry herself on the wall. Point is, it would have caught her out a little bit, this weather, because when they went out to go to the loo when they first woke up, it wasn't raining. And then by the time we went out, it started raining. We've got some ducks down here. I don't know if I want to go much further. Let's saw them. Maybe it's hiding in the bank because it heard me. But I definitely saw a duck. Playing the camera again. Sorry about this, guys. Can't believe how much it's misting. Go on, Azra, lead on. Good girl. So no one's really wanted to play the geography game this morning. You tell me where you are, and I'll try and guess the time. I did try and guess the time from Argentina, but I don't know what time it was there because the person said it was late. Now I thought it ran on a similar sort of time as Brazil, and Brazil I always thought was only a few hours ahead of us, sort of 2-3 hours ahead. But they said it was night time, so I was a bit confused. It doesn't happen very often. I do like to think pretty good in places around the world and times. Anyway, it also doesn't take much. At 5:15 a.m. in the UK, to confuse me, to be honest with you. I don't know if you can see. Go on, Azra, lead on. Don't know if it's coming out how wet she actually is. We are soaked, guys. My jacket, soaked. I'm not going to take my hat off because it is soaked. Probably stuck to my head. But it has stopped for now. Thank goodness. Right, Azra, are you ready to make the turn? Come on. Over here. Good girl. Azra, you know where we're going. Azra, on the path. Come on. Good girl. Come on. Good girl. I said earlier on that Tuesdays and Thursdays now are my sort of downloading days and content and all that sort of stuff. I actually did so much content and downloading yesterday that it actually said I'd used all my downloadable goes yesterday. I mean, I've never had that before in my life. I was doing lots yesterday because I had lots of content ready to go, but I've never had that before. I thought if you were a premium YouTube subscriber, there wasn't anything like that. But I mean, I did do quite a lot. I mean, I don't know what quite a lot resonates to. It must have been between 30 and 50, I reckon, yesterday. Downloads. And yeah. And had I have left it until today, I possibly would never have known. But I started doing a few more last night because I just wanted to sort of get as far ahead as I could whilst I was watching the football last night. But anyway, clearly there's a rule. And I reckon it should get unlocked, well, later on today, because I was doing lots of it yesterday morning before work. So sort of when I get home from this, I was sitting there whilst having my breakfast, doing it. So yeah, I reckon by the time I get to work, I should be around 8. It'll be released. I'm going to take that phone with me today. We'll try and get on the rest at lunchtime and what have you. So go on, Azra. Good girl. So if you've been with me before, you'll know that we're coming up to quite a busy road. At this time of the day, I don't think it'd be that bad, but you still got to have your wits about you because cars still whip along here. And they probably whip along here faster than they normally would because it is so quiet. So I can hear something coming from my right, I think. It could be the wind actually distorting that where that traffic's coming from. No, I think I'm right. I think I can hear a car coming. Dicey bit of road, especially with the shrubbery overgrowing. I've complained about it. Right, I think this is a lorry, guys. Lorry or a coach? Wait, lorry. Right, just wait. You really have to plane yourself out in the road. Come on, let's go. And there is a car coming from my left, so we're getting a move on now. You go down the slope. Getting towards Alatus, what's that from? Azra's a bit of agility training. Over she goes. Oof, such an effort. What I'm hoping for is once I go over the 24-hour period, that the downloads I did that didn't go on yesterday would automatically just download. That's the thought. Because once I downloaded, I got rid of the videos. They're probably still in the phone, but it would just be a case of having to find them. So not all is lost, but sort of hoping that's what will happen. So we'll monitor that today. A few more people joining up. What we got here? We're out every time at this morning, so no, the bed is all fine. This is just the time we're out with the dog every morning. If you look at the channel, you will see we are out every single morning. Well, I say every single morning, apart from Tuesdays and Thursdays, which we were just discussing. Come on. Apart from that, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Right, onwards we go. So we haven't seen Azra's horsey friends the last few ones. Or we have, but they've been right over the other side, and one of them hasn't been there. I hope it's all right actually, because she does when they're closest to the fence. She does like having a chat, but they're too far away at the minute. But the little one was the one that looked the youngest, and that's the one I haven't seen for a few days. So I hope it's all right. It has been cold the last few mornings, so whether they get put away, maybe. I don't know. It was supposed to go down a lot colder than it actually said it was going to. They said it's going to go down to about 3 or 4, but I don't think it ever went that cold last night. It was, as I said to you earlier, it's 9 degrees now. Although it's wet and cold, so it probably feels a bit cooler than that. Yeah, the two big ones are out, but not the small one. No idea where he or she is. Come on, Azra. Oh, so, sort of moving back into the residential sort of bit of the stroll now. If you weren't with us at the beginning, suffice to say you're getting the best time now because it is now dry. It was absolutely pouring rain when we left home. And it weren't nice at all, if I'm honest. But we've got the fourth and final field coming up in about 2 or 3 minutes. Then we sort of make our way through the science parks all time. We've got about another 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes together. Still not too late to play the geography game if anyone wants to. Tell me where you're watching from, what country, and I'll try and guess the time. Got a dog coming on the other side, so it might be a little bit noisy for a minute. No, no. Morning. I don't know whether you heard that, guys. But she gets a little bit excited over there. She wants to go and see other dogs, which is fine. But then when she goes over to see them, she just gets a bit excited. All right, if it's dogs she knows. But yeah, I'm sure if she went over there, she wouldn't be too bad. But it's because of how she is and how she comes across. People get a little bit of anyway. Not a big problem. So left-hand field coming up here. We'll do a perimeter around that, where Azra tries to find sticks to play with. Come on. That's too big, so don't even pick it up. Come on, good girl. Lead on. Good girl. I'll do another way, okay? Just so the other dogs know you're about, yeah? Just a quick update on my Achilles this morning, guys. I've been sort of giving you updates sort of periodically. He's really achy this morning, and it's just sort of started twinging as we were just coming up that road. But sometimes, don't even know it's there. It's ridiculous, really. And I don't know whether it comes across on the camera, but the whole stroll, basically, is pretty flat. We're pretty lucky with the particular stroll we do every morning. It's not too... Come on. You could have brought that stick with you if you'd have wanted to. We can hear the ducks and geese all around us, but none's within looking range. I was telling you the other day as well, if any of you have been with me when we walked through the science park, the ducks over there had, I think it's about 3 or 4 babies, ducklings, there we go. And I sort of was saying, well, we saw them one morning, and then sort of, we didn't see them again. And I sort of had a few doubts as to whether they'd survived and what have you, but we got told by someone who works over there that the magpies got to them. And I just think that's so cruel. Nature can be so cruel. It really can. You can say, oh, it's evolution and all that sort of thing, but really, is it? There's other things to eat, I'm sure. What I will say is, magpies, they are a real curse, and they are sort of just going after easy prey, aren't they? They don't have to work for that, really, because they can't really defend themselves. Very sad, I think. Very sad. Ready? 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 Good God, almost a good catch. Don't start eating it. Good girl. Where's that, mate? Great. Could have gone any other way, but decided to come that side of us. Absolutely unreal. And that is why he's a dickhead, that bloke. Sorry? He is. There's a few luminous yellow and red vans down here this morning. I don't know what quite this is all about. Right, lead on, Azra, come on. Azra, lead on. Come on. What's wrong with you? Come on. You want to go to the loo again? You think we always bring out loads of bags, isn't it? Right, we are back. So we're now going to be heading down towards the science park. You'll be pleased to know, guys, the rain has stopped. Hi to Jason. It's all highway maintenance, and there's 3 of them. Well, that is highway maintenance. Odd. Anyway, one of them was a roofing company, one of them's Open Reach, and one of them's highway maintenance. Almost from the same design van. Okay, so as I say, we're making a turn to go towards the science park in a minute. Going into the later stages of our stroll this morning, guys. You know they were going to take off before you got there, Azra. It actually feels once the sort of weather has stopped raining, it has actually warmed up this morning. Well, it was never cold, but we had a cold northerly wind, which made it feel cooler than it was. But yeah, it feels a lot warmer now, actually. Maybe I'm drying out a bit after the early morning deluge of rain we had at the beginning of this stroll. And another thing, I'm beginning to get quite hot because I've got 4 layers on, which I wouldn't normally have had. I've got a stone in my boot now as well. Let's got that out. I'll have to look at that when we get home. This is the thing with Skechers, right? They're really, really comfortable, but they don't seem to last very long if you wear them every day. And these boots I've worn every day, I reckon. I think I got these probably September, October last year. And because they're such comfortable walking boots, apart from maybe the odd stroll I've done with trainers, which is very rare, I've worn these every day. And they're so comfortable. But I think I felt as I was just thinking I had a stone in my shoe. It's a bit of sort of material that's sort of come away and it's exposed a bit at the back of the heel. I need to have a look at it, really. I have got another pair in the cupboard, but I didn't really want to start using them, to be honest with you. Not until next winter, anyway. So I need to have a look. It feels like it's easing. Whatever it was that was rubbing is easing. So I need to have a look, see if I can see what it is, file it down, whatever. With the outside of the boots, look absolutely fine. So I'm not going to be changing them just because of that. But I don't have to. And I was actually watching a vlog the other day. Some other people we follow, they drive us absolutely crazy, these 2 people. And I'm not going to mention who they are. but they're very informative of where they go, and that's where we're going to be going very soon. So I forced myself to watch it. I could almost watch it on mute at times. But he also had the same problem with his sketches, and they do probably a lot more walking than I do. And he's got exactly the same problem, exactly the same place. So, but because they're in the US of A at the moment on their holidays, he was able to go and get a couple of pairs of sketches. I think he said for about 100 quid, which is probably about the going price, I think, in these outlets. I think I've got a couple of pairs before that price. It depends what you go for, doesn't it? Of course, these boots I'm wearing, I think these are about 70 quid. But they are comfortable. So you can see how much rain we did have at the beginning of this stroll, guys, just by what you can see on the road. And we are supposed to get more from about 8 o'clock, just as I'm starting work, actually. So I'm hoping when I get to work, which will be about 7:45, it's not too wet to start with, because I've got to move a few cars around outside first. So I will probably take my jacket today, my work jacket, just in case. But it won't be on very long, because it's too warm for that. It'd just be literally protection if it's raining. Come on, Azra, lead on. It's such a shame when we can't see the sun in the morning. I enjoy seeing the sun rising in the morning. It's makes the day feel a lot better to start with, doesn't it? And those that have been with me a while now will know I like my sunrises and sunsets. Right, Azra, let's cross, because we've just got to go and get rid of your bag. There's a bin over the other side of the road. Sign of a good dog walker, guys. Know where the bins are. And whatever that was rubbing has completely stopped now. Thank goodness. So that's good. So I will still have a look at it, because clearly something was there. Ashford, come on, lead on. People tune in to watch you, and all they're looking at is me walking towards the bin, and they don't know why, because they can't see you. Right, let's go. Come on. Good girl. Something got her attention. Nothing that I can see. Right, guys, we are going to start getting towards the end and wrapping this up now. So, hope everyone has a great Wednesday. Remember, it is hump day. So, by the time we talk on Friday, we'll be very close to the weekend, won't we, of course? Friday. Have a good few days, guys, and we'll catch up soon.